Hello. So in last lecture, we have seen that the passive components, that is resistor, capacitor and inductor. So today we are going to start with the current and voltage sources. So what is current and voltage source? As we know that in every circuits we require voltage source, current source for supplying purpose. Okay. So what is meant by source? So source is a device which convert mechanical, chemical and thermal or other form of energy into electrical energy. So in other words, source is an active network element meant for generating electrical energy. So for electrical energy generation we required a source, because source can convert any form of energy into electrical energy. So these are the types of sources, that is first is voltage source and current source. So voltage source मध्ये सुद्धा दोन टाइप्स आहेत. So first one is ideal voltage source, second one is practical voltage source, and current source मध्ये ideal current source and practical current source. So yes, this is the current sources. So for current sources we are using the symbol this, okay, circle in each arrow is there. So it is nothing but your current source. The current source are further categorized as ideal and practical current sources. So if you think about the ideal current source, so it is also a two-terminal circuit element which supplies the same current to any load resistance connected across its terminal. Ideal means what? It supply the same current to all the loads connected in circuit or connected to its two terminals. It is important to keep in mind that the current supplied by the current sources is independent of the voltage source terminal. Okay, so current sources are independent of the voltage sources. It has infinite resistance. So current sources have infinite resistance. This is important, that ideal current source have infinite resistance. And what are the characteristics of current sources? So this is the circuit diagram of current sources, that is A and terminal A and terminal B is there. Then this is the current source. And now the characteristics are drawn over. In x-axis there is time, or we can say voltage, and in y-axis there is a current. Okay, so this is the line of ideal current source, that it supplies constant current to the sources. Then it's all about the practical current source. Practical current source is represented at ideal current source connected with the resistance in parallel. Okay, so practical मध्ये आपण त्या सोर्सेसला लोड रेजिस्टन्स कनेक्ट करतो. इथे दाखवलं आहे, दिस इज नथिंग बट आर लोड रेजिस्टन्स. द सिम्बॉल इज दिस. Okay, so now if we talk about the characteristics of ideal and practical current source, and this is the different. Okay, ideal current source provide constant current, right, and in practical there is a slight change. Okay, it may be decrease gradually. So examples of practical current sources are photoelectric cells, then collector currents of transistor. These are the examples of current sources. The next is voltage source. It is two-terminal device whose voltage at any instant of time is constant, and it is independent of the current drawn from it. Like current sources, voltage sources also, it will provide the constant voltage and independent of the current drawn from it. Okay, such a voltage source is called ideal voltage source. So which voltage source provide constant voltage, we can call it as a ideal voltage source and have zero internal resistance. Okay, this is the main thing, that zero internal resistance ideal voltage have. So practical मध्ये जेव्हा आपण परफॉर्म करू तेव्हा आपण voltage source हा असा दाखवतो. This is nothing but for plus, small one indicates your negative, so this is plus and this हे आपण practical मध्ये जेव्हा परफॉर्म करतो तेव्हा. आणि ideally this is a circle. Okay, so these are the symbolic representation of voltage source. Now this is the characteristics of ideal voltage source. Ideal voltage characteristics जशी मगाशी बोलले तसे करंट सोर्स सारखीच एक्स ॲक्सिसवर असतो तुमचा करंट किंवा टाइम, आणि वाय ॲक्सिसवरती voltage. So it is nothing but a constant voltage at any instant of time. Then this is the circuit diagram or characteristics of practical voltage source. So what is the difference? Sources having some amount of internal resistance. ओके, तर जसं बघितलं की आयडियल व्होल्टेज सोर्सला इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स हा 0 असतो. तर अशा सोर्सेसमध्ये ज्याच्यामध्ये थोड्याफार प्रमाणात इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स असतो, इट इज नथिंग बट प्रॅक्टिकल व्होल्टेज सोर्स. ड्यू टू दिस इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स व्होल्टेज ड्रॉप टेक प्लेस. आता आयडियल व्होल्टेज सोर्समध्ये आयडियल व्होल्टेज हॅव 0 इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स, और असे काही सोर्सेस आहेत ज्याच्यामध्ये थोड्या प्रमाणात इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स असतो, सो त्यांना बोलतो आपण प्रॅक्टिकल. सो त्या इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्समुळे काय होतं, देअर विल बी अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ व्होल्टेज ड्रॉप. सो ॲज वी सीन इन द कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, देअर इज अ स्लाइट चेंज इन व्होल्टेज और साइड gradually decrease in voltage. It is nothing but your voltage drop. So this will takes place because of some amount of internal resistance. Then what are the examples of this voltage source? That is batteries and your alternators. So these are the examples of voltage source. So this is all about the current sources and voltage source. Now the signal waveform. So if we think about the basic electronics, then we have the basic signals waveform. So there are types of signal that we all know, that is analog signal and digital signal. So what is meant by signal? First of all, so a signal can be, it is nothing but the representation that gives some information about the data. Okay, so whatever the data is, the representation that gives us the information, we can call it as a signal. Okay, so signal is, we all know that the signal is time varying. According to the time, the information is changing, so we can say that it is usually time varying. Hence a signal can be a source of energy which transmits some information. This can be easily represented on a graph. So signal is nothing but the energy source, okay, because it gives us the information about the data or other data we have to transmit. It can represent it in the form of signal. So it can be easily represented on a graph. Okay, so now a signal can be of any type that conveys some information. This signal produced from an electronic equipment is called as electronic signal. Okay, so the signal produced from electronic equipment, we can call it as a electronic signal. So there are types of signal, that is first one is analog, second is digital. So in analog and digital there are also two types, that is periodic and aperiodic. Now first is analog signal. Analog signal is nothing but a continuous signal which represent a time varying quantity. Okay, so it is nothing but your analog signal. It is continuous signal varying with a time, can be termed as an analog signal. This signal keeps on varying with respect to time. Okay, so this is x-axis represent your time. So according to the time, this signal may vary according to the instantaneous value of the quantity which represent it. Then next is digital signal. So what is meant by digital signal? A signal which is discrete in nature or which is non-continuous in form can be termed as a digital signal. So now what is meant by discrete in nature? Suppose this is your x-axis, then this is the signal, okay, in the form of 1 and 0. So we can call it as a discrete or this manner. Okay, this is non-continuous or discrete signal. This signal has individual value. As I said, if it is high means it is 1, it is on x-axis, this means it is 0. So its signals have individual's value denoted separately and are not based on previous value, as if they are derived at the particular instant of time. So this is nothing but your digital signal. Next, what is meant by periodic and aperiodic signal? Any analog or digital signal that repeats its pattern over a period of time, it's called a periodic signal. As the name indicates, periodic means what? The signal that repeats its pattern over a certain period of time. So we can call it as a periodic. This signal has its pattern continue repeatedly and is easy to be assumed to be calculated. So it is easy to be calculated, and the pattern of this signal is continuously repeated over the time. Next is, what is a periodic signal? Any analog digital signal that doesn't repeat its pattern over a period of time. ओके, असा सिग्नल ज्याचा पॅटर्न पुन्हा रिपीट होत नाही, म्हणजे सर्टन टाइमला त्याचा पॅटर्न जो रिपीट होत नाही त्याला आपण बोलतो की अपिरियॉडिक सिग्नल. दिस सिग्नल हॅज इट्स पॅटर्न कंटिन्यू बट द पॅटर्न इज नॉट रिपीट. ओके, अपिरियॉडिक सिग्नलचा पॅटर्न हा कंटिन्यू होतो बट रिपीट होत नाही, अँड इट इज नॉट सो इझी टू बी अज्युम और टू बी कॅल्क्युलेट. सो फॉर कॅल्क्युलेशन अपिरियॉडिक सिग्नल इज difficult. So this is nothing but the periodic signal and aperiodic signal. Among the periodic signal, the most commonly used signals are sine wave. So if you talk about the periodic signal, then the examples of periodic signals are sine wave, cosine wave, then triangular wave, square wave, rectangular wave, sawtooth waveform, pulse waveform. These are the examples of periodic signals. So now we are going to see some signals. That is, that first one is unit step. The unit step signal has the value of 1 unit from its origin to the 1 unit on the x-axis. Here in image we have shown the step signal, that is defined as it's having unit 1 value from its origin to onwards the x-axis. So in most of test signal we are using step signal. Okay, unit step signal हा आपण most of test signals मध्ये यूज करतो. This is the image of that. The function is denoted by u of t. It is nothing but unit step signal. What is function? That u of t is equal to 1 when t is greater than equal to 0. इथे तुम्ही बघू शकता, जर 0 किंवा 0च्या वरती जेव्हा टाइम पिरियड असेल तेव्हा तुमचा यू ऑफ टी हा नेहमी 1 असतो. और यू ऑफ टी इज इक्वल टू 0 वेन युअर टी इज लेस दॅन 0. ओके, टी जेव्हा लेस दॅन 0 असेल तेव्हा तुमचा यू ऑफ टी असेल हा ऑलवेज 0 असतो. सो इट इज नथिंग बट युअर युनिट स्टेप सिग्नल. देन नेक्स्ट इज युनिट इम्पल्स सिग्नल. सो इट इज नथिंग बट द इमेज ऑफ युनिट इम्पल्स सिग्नल. So what it indicates? The unit impulse signal has the value of 1 unit at its origin. Okay, जेव्हा 0 असेल it is represented by del of t. Okay, del of t हा इन्फिनिटी कधी असेल? जेव्हा तुमचा टाइम असेल हा 0 वर असेल तेव्हा. when t is equal to 0 that time its value is 1 unit, म्हणजे it's towards infinity. And elsewhere means if t is not equal to 0 that time del of t is equal to 0. This is for all. बाकीचं जेव्हा टाइमचं असेल, जेव्हा t is equal to 0 असेल तेव्हा याची व्हॅल्यू असते ती इन्फिनिटी असते. आणि when t is not equal to 0 that time del of t is equal to 0. It is your unit impulse signal. Then this one is unit ramp signal. Ramp. Okay, this is nothing but unit ramp signal. The unit ramp signal has its value increasing exponentially from its origin. Okay, so unit ramp signal value is exponentially increased from origin. The image of unit ramp signal is shown in the figure. Okay, the unit ramp function is denoted by r of t, as ramp signal is r of t. So r of t is equal to t when t is greater than equal to 0, or elsewhere r of t is equal to 0. This is the function of unit ramp signal. So now next is sinusoidal signal. As we know, sinusoidal is nothing but your sine wave. Okay, so it's a continuous signal. The sinusoidal signal has its value varying from its origin. Here shown in image, its value is continuously varying from the origin. we have denoted the sinusoidal function is x of t, and it is defined as a cos w0t plus minus phi or a sin w0t plus minus phi. So t0 is nothing but your one cycle period, okay, and t0 is given by t0 is equal to 2 pi by omega 0. So it's nothing but to your frequency, and from this frequency we have to calculate our time period. So it is nothing but a sinusoidal signal. So this is also the image of, we can say, ki sinusoidal signal, that is a continuous signal. So if you go through the image, then we can see that we can call it as an amplitude, or we can say that it's a maximum amplitude. Then the upper cycle, it's your positive half cycle, it is your negative half cycle, okay. And for to complete one positive and negative half cycle, we can say that it is complete one full cycle. It is having 0 to 360 degree variation. For a positive half, it will indicate 0 to 180 degree, and 180 degree to 360 degree is for remaining negative half. So by adding that positive and negative half cycle, we get one full cycle period, that is nothing but t. Okay, so frequency is equal to 1 upon periodic time. That is, we know that frequency is equal to 1 upon time. So f is equal to 1 upon t, and time is equal to 1 upon f. That is having a vice versa relation in frequency and time. The next is a square wave. Square waveform are used extensively in electronic and microelectronic circuit for clock and timing control. So normally, if we think about the analog electronics, then we use sinusoidal waveform, or if we consider the digital electronics like the timer circuit, clock circuit, then we need square wave waveform, okay. So for this, they are symmetrical waveform of equal and square duration, representing each half of the cycle, and nearly all digital logic circuits we use square waveform. We know that square shape electrical waveform are symmetrical in shape, okay. So this is nothing but symmetrical in shape. Now here you can see the image of square waveform. So this one is your positive half, and this is your negative half, okay. So by combining this positive and negative half, we get one cycle of period. So what does mean? When square wave waveform are used as a clock, जेव्हा आपण स्क्वेअर वेवला ॲज अ क्लॉक म्हणून यूज करतो, so it's may be a positive pulse, that the time of the positive pulse width is known as duty cycle. So आपण त्याला काय बोलतो की it's our duty cycle. म्हणजे काय, जेव्हा स्क्वेअर वेवफॉर्म आपण यूज करतो, सो पॉझिटिव्हला आपण बोलतो की इट्स नथिंग बट ऑन, अँड फॉर अ नेगेटिव्ह वी कॅन से इट्स नथिंग बट ऑफ. So the duty cycle must be 50%, okay, positive or negative. As frequency is equal to the reciprocal of the period, as we just see that frequency is equal to 1 upon t, so frequency is nothing but the reciprocal of your time period. We can define the frequency of square wave. So मग square wave ची frequency काय असेल, it is nothing but 1 upon your on time plus off time. So it is your frequency of square wave, 1 upon on time plus off time. This is the measuring signal, okay. This is the sinusoidal waveform, or we can say the measuring signal. So in measuring signal, these are the quantities we have to measure. So first is your voltage, the force which moves an electrical current against resistance. Voltage means what? It is the force which moves an electrical current against resistance. Then what is the mean by waveform? Waveform is nothing but the shape of the signal derived from its amplitude and frequency over a fixed time, okay. So it is nothing but your waveform. That waveform is nothing but shape of your signal. Then amplitude. So just before I show you that amplitude is nothing but the maximum value of signal measured from a average state. So for this signal, it is nothing but your amplitude. Okay, it is the maximum value of your signal. Then next is frequency, the number of cycle produced in second. So frequency is nothing but what, when we consider your signal, then just now we see that it is your one cycle. Okay, considering positive and negative half, we can say that it is your one cycle. So number of cycles that repeats in a 1 second. So for this we can call it's nothing but your frequency, and frequency can be defined in hertz. So this is the unit of frequency that we have used in hertz. Now what are the examples of analog and digital signal? So if we practically think about the analog signal, then our voice, right now I am talking with you, it's nothing but my voice, so it is nothing but the analog signal is the best example of analog signal. Human voice is best example of analog signal. Then as we know, आपले कान किती केवढे आवाजाची फ्रिक्वेन्सी ऐकू शकतात, तर इज नथिंग बट 20 किलो हर्ट्ज और लेस. त्याच्यापेक्षा जर तेवढी आपण आवाज आहे तो रेकग्नाइज करू शकतो. ओके, सो AM रेडिओची फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे 535 किलोहर्ट्ज टू 1605 किलोहर्ट्ज, अँड FM साठी फ्रिक्वेन्सी मॉड्युलेशन रेडिओसाठीची फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे ती 88 मेगाहर्ट्ज टू 108 मेगाहर्ट्ज. नाउ डिजिटल सिग्नल, just now we said that in square wave. So for digital signal representation we use square wave. It is nothing but your binary digit. If your signal is high, then we can call it as a 1, or if it is low, it is nothing but a 0. So all the data in digital electronics will be represented as a square wave. So these are some advantages of analog and digital. So analog is best suited for audio and video. Then it's consume less bandwidth, then it's available worldwide. Also its analog have less noise. Then the digital advantages are, yes, obviously it is used in digital, so it has best for computer data. Then it can be easily compressed, or we can say it can be encrypted easily, then can provide better clarity. Yes, it's obvious that digital data will provide a better quality. So now this signal can be represented in time and frequency domain. Okay, so in time and frequency domain representation means what? The electrical signal that have both time and frequency domain representation. So in time domain, your voltage and current is expressed as a function of time. Means your voltage and current is on a y-axis and your time is on a x-axis. So voltage and current, it may be function of a time. So most people, or in most of the circuits, we are relatively comfortable with the time domain representation of signal. So it is nothing but your, and in frequency domain representation what? So your signal, it's nothing but the function of your amplitude. It's nothing but the function of frequency. So in x-axis we are using frequency, and y-axis we are representing the amplitude of the signal. So this is all about the representation of signals on time domain and frequency domain.